Welcome, everybody, to Game 2 of Mustang Madness on Day 2 Mustang Madness. Once again, here at McCracken County High School. Prolific Prep is going to be in the light gray versus Orangeville Prep. It's going to be in the black. Orangeville coming off a victory last night versus DME Academy out of Florida. So this matchup has a lot of interest.
And starting for Prolific, number 10, Ibrahima Diallo. Number 4, Pierre Cockrell. Number 13, Kwani. Number 25, Namari Burnett. And number 33, Coleman Hawkins. Starting for Orangeville, number 3, Shamar Rathan Mays. Number 5, Tyrese Samuel. Number 10, Jefferson Koulibaly. Number 11, Matthew Alexander Moncrief. And number 23, Joe Jones. So we'll turn it over for commercials, and we will be back for tip-off in about 30 seconds.
How was today?
Ladies and gentlemen, the 2019 CFL Mustang Madness rolls on. Our next game features the
Yeah. No, I got it. Well, I'll hit you up here. I got this game and one more, then I'm off. So, all right.
Let's meet the starting lineups. First for Orangeville Prep. Starting at guard, 5'11" junior, number 3, Shamar Rathan Mays. At forward, 6'8" senior, number 5, Tyrese Samuel. At guard, a 6'4" sophomore, number 0, Jefferson Koulibaly. At forward, a 6'7" junior, number 11, Matthew Alexander Moncrief. And at forward, a 6'9" senior, number 43, Joe Jones. The head coach of Orangeville, Mr. Tony McIntyre. And the starting lineup for the crew of Prolific Prep. Starting at guard, a 6' senior, number 4, Pierre Cockrell. Starting at forward, a 7' senior, number 10, Ibrahima Diallo. At forward, a 6'9" senior, number 13, Kwani. At guard, a 6'3" junior, number 25, Namari Burnett. And at forward, a 6'10" junior, number 33, Coleman Hawkins. And coach of Prolific Prep, Mr. Billy McKnight.
So, Casey, this ought to be a fantastic matchup between Prolific Prep and Orangeville Prep. Prolific out of Napa, California. Orangeville out of Canada.
A lot of good things come out of Napa, California. Good wine,
Yep.
good food.
And a great grind session event. We'll be there to end the month of January.
Well, now this game right here, we're back to grind session rules. Am I correct in that?
Yes, we
30-second shot clock, 2 16-minute halves, and 6 fouls.
Ibrahima Diallo wins the tip. Pierre Cockrell gets it to Mari Burnett. Tray ball no good. Rebound Tyrese Samuel for Orangeville Prep.
You know,
Prolific will have the advantage in size. Orangeville is a little more athletic, so which is saying something because Prolific Prep is athletic too. That shot is blocked by Matthew Alexander Moncrief. Excuse me, the shot of Matthew Alexander Moncrief is blocked rather by Ibrahima Diallo. Lob to Diallo. Layup is good. Ibrahima wanted a foul. No foul call forthcoming. 2-0 Prolific Prep. Prolific with champagne silver trimmed in black.
So I really enjoyed last night watching Orangeville play because they really had a strong identity on the offensive side as far as they wanted to bully you. They wanted the ball at the rim.
Yep.
And it appears that Prolific kind of has a little bit of the same identity. They're going to look to high-low and throw it in quite a bit. So it's kind of an interesting chess match we're going to have here. Good cut off the post there.
Kwani for three, and it's good. Kwani has struggled in his adjustment to Prolific Prep. He was at Victory Rock last year. He doesn't look like the same player yet, but I imagine before this year is over, he is going to be quite a performer for this team. And that's a great way for him to start this contest with the tray ball. Tyree Samuel, tray, no good. Rebound, Prolific, up 5-2. Pierre Cockrell in the lane to Ibrahima Diallo. Kwani, another tray ball, no good. Shamar Rathan Mays with the rebound for Orangeville Prep.
You know, the thing about Mays last night is Mays made every big three he needed to make last night.
Qual is fouled there by Kwani. Qual fouled by Kwani. Go figure. So that's the first on Kwani. And I believe Qual should get 3 free throws. Yes, he will. And he makes the first. 5-3. Orangeville.
You know, it's
down
always interesting to watch the first probably high school 5 to 7 minutes of a game, especially when you play halves, because that's really when you get out the scouting report.
Right.
Because a lot of teams are especially in high school, the sets they run are somewhat limited. You're going to see most everything in the first 5 to 7 minutes. There may be a couple wrinkles in the second half, but it truly, once you get past the first 5 minutes, it comes down to player scouts. And that's when you've done filled each other out, and then it becomes a real basketball game.
Pierre Cockrell, finger roll is good. (7-3), Prolific on top. Stolen by Cockrell. He gives it to Damari Burnett for the two-hand jam. Prolific jumps out on Orangeville 9-3. Shamar Rathan Mays. Guarded up top by Pierre Cockrell.
Little too physical up front on the ball handler there.
It is Cockrell's first, team third.
Starting to fill in pretty good bit.
Yes, it is. Let's see. Spire is going to play, not DME.
The Rock.
The Rock, there we go.
The Rock.
Oh, wow, that looked like a clean block by Ibrahima Diallo, but nope. They say he got him with the body. That is Diallo's second, team fourth. And to the line, shooting a pair, Matthew Alexander Moncrief.
They got a sub at the scores table.
No doubt for Ibrahima Diallo, yes. That is Alamami Karoma coming in.
Looks like Prolific. They go big for big.
Yes, they do. How about big for massive? Ibrahima Diallo is just a massive human being. Ben Hendricks in, replacing Joe Jones. And Matthew Alexander Moncrief makes that second one.
Do you think everybody came to tune in to our broadcast? I know there's a
like
lot of people with earbuds.
I would like to think so. And they do have that option. Shamar Rathan Mays, no good. Kwani with the rebound. for Prolific.
Great pass.
Alemami Karoma with the two-hand jam. 11-4, Prolific on top of Orangeville Prep. And it was very interesting when Alemami Karoma came in to replace Ibrahima Diallo. Orangeville immediately countered by going with Ben Hendricks instead of Joe Jones. Karoma is a little smaller than Diallo, but he's a lot quicker. So Orangeville got quicker as well by putting in Hendricks. Kwani, layup is good.
Timeout by Orangeville.
Coach McIntyre has seen enough. Down 9, and we are 3 minutes, 56 seconds into the game. He wants to talk it over and get his guys on the same page. 13-4, Prolific Prep on top of Orangeville. We hope you are enjoying the 2019, excuse me. I think I said 2018 all the first game, didn't I?
I think so.
The 2019 Mustang Madness live from Strawberry Hills Arena here in McCracken County in Paducah, Kentucky. So we'll take a quick break and we will be right back after this timeout. .12:04 left in the first half. Orangeville down 9, 13-4. Shamar Rathan Mays into the front court. Gets it to Qual. Dribble handoff to Matthew Alexander Moncrief into the lane. Ben Hendricks. I thought Hendricks was going to take that three. And the shot clock down to 6. Tyrese Samuel with a clutch jumper for Orangeville Prep.
You know, though, if you're Prolific, you're not terribly upset with that defensive trip.
Not at all. Pierre Cockrell. To Coleman Hawkins.
Skip pass.
Hawkins to Kwani. He gives it to Namari Burnett, and the tray ball is good. Namari Burnett, Casey, may be the single best shooter in the country. If he's not the best shooter in the country, I want somebody to point out who is. Samuel misses the dunk.
Got to make that one there, especially with your team needing a basket.
Kwani, and he's fouled. Ben Hendricks called for his first foul, the first against Orangeville Prep. And to the line, shooting a pair, Kwani for Prolific Prep. Giovanni Scott is at the scorer's table, ready to go in, and he is replacing Tyrese Samuel.
You know, Prolific Prep has had some talent roll through their school in a short time, haven't they?
Yes, absolutely they have. Kwani makes both. He's got 7 now. In fact, Prolific has had a McDonald's All-American each of the past 3 years.
They have been very, very blessed with talent.
18-6, Prolific all over Orangeville Prep. Stolen by Kwani. Pierre Cockrell with the finger roll. (20-6).
Right now, everything just looks hard for Orangeville.
Very hard.
Hard to get in any kind of offensive rhythm. Hard to get a good shot. Everything's just hard.
Amari Burnett, reverse layup. And Coach Tony McIntyre has to take another timeout. And Casey, it's just one of the oddities of basketball, Orangeville Prep was on the other side of one of these situations just a few weeks ago in D.C. They had a first half where they could do nothing wrong. Everything went their way. Everything was difficult for the opposition, and they ran away and hid. Now the worm has turned. They're on the wrong side of that buzzsaw, and I know it can't feel very good.
Well, the thing of it is, a lot of times when things like this happen, you're just not as physically gifted. But in this case, they're just as physically gifted.
Yes, they are.
I think it's a lack of focus, and I think that's what Coach McIntyre's talking about, because we talked about last night, at this level of basketball, if you don't show up every single game, this can happen.
That's right. 22-6, 9:58 to go in the first half. Giovanni Scott at the right elbow.
Tough shot.
Very tough shot.
Everything is hard.
He doesn't draw any iron. The ball goes out of bounds, and it will belong to Prolific. Pierre Cockrell into the front court. He gets it to Coleman Hawkins. Over to Namari Burnett. Hawkins, tray ball, it's good. Coleman Hawkins with his first basket of the first half. And the lead swells to 19, 25-6.
Well, I like that stroke right there by Hawkins.
Yes, he has a beautiful shot. Giovanni Scott in the paint. He's fouled. The foul committed by Coleman Hawkins. His first, team fifth. Foul was before the shot, before the active shooting. Joe Jones back into the contest for Orangeville Prep. Shamar Rathan-Mays, no good. Alamami Karoma with the rebound.
That's one of the things last night against DME. They've got plenty of second chance opportunities, which was able to keep rhythm going.
Yep.
Tonight they haven't been able to get second chance opportunities.
Joe Jones with the foul, his first, team second. And going to the free throw line to shoot two, Namari Burnett. Burnett with 7, make it 8. Prolific Prep 26, Orangeville Prep 6. Casey, I did not see this coming. Alamami Karoma with the offensive rebound. Cockrell, cross court to Coleman Hawkins, no good. Tip by Burnett, no good. Burnett gets another offensive rebound, stolen away by Shamar Rathan-Mays.
I just think right now Prolific's just playing harder.
Alamami Karoma in transition with a two-hand dunk.
I just think Prolific's playing harder.
I agree. There is no other answer to what we're seeing.
And right now,
28-6.
If you're Orangeville, you're on the side of potentially being embarrassed here.
Giovanni Scott, tray ball, no good. Alamami Karoma with the rebound. Pierre Cockrell to Namari Burnett. He swings it to Malik Tidwell into the game for Prolific. Floater, no good. Coleman Hawkins with the long rebound. Burnett, tray ball on the way, no good. Giovanni Scott rebounds and hands it off to Shamar Rathan-Mays. Into the lane, Rathan-Mays, no good.
First
Joe Jones,
second chance
offensive
points.
rebound.
First time at second chance opportunity.
They needed that badly.
Absolutely.
Foul called against Coleman Hawkins. That's his second, team sixth.
First opportunity they've had for a second chance.
And Casey, does Joe Jones remind you of anybody when you look at him?
Who's DeAndre Jordan a little bit in the face? But I know you're talking about from a player standpoint.
Well, but
Who
no,
are you
no,
thinking?
no. He's actually related to Greg Oden.
Oh, wow.
And when you look at him, you know,
Yeah,
with
you
the
can
face,
see
yeah, you
that.
can see
Yep.
it. Yep. He's a few inches shorter, but he's built like him, and he definitely looks like Joe.
You know, it's a reaching foul there, but here's the thing. If you're Coach McIntyre, you're just happy they played a little harder right there.
Right.
You're okay with it. Show some fight, you know.
28-9. It's a long hill to climb to get back in the contention in this contest.
First
Shot
real
blocked.
tough shot Prolific's taken.
Rathan Mays, stolen away. In possession of Tidwell, up front to June Poole. He gets it back to Malik Tidwell.
I guess
And
he
they're
didn't
gonna
like
set something
that.
up.
Didn't like the layup. Wanted something else.
Ibrahima Diallo back in the contest. He drives baseline, reverse layup is blocked by Joe Jones.
Good defense right there.
Very good defense. That was the best defensive possession by Orangeville Prep yet.
Held his base. Travel.
Giovanni Scott travels.
You know, one thing I've noticed, and a lot of people talk about, you know, USA basketball versus European basketball, and you get that comparative all the time, is I have noticed a lot of American players struggling with footwork.
Yes.
There's been a lot of travels, and I don't know if it's something that's not emphasized as much anymore. If the referees are paying more attention, I don't know, but footwork's gotten really, really tough.
3, 4 cracks at it, and none of them go down, but Joe Jones is fouled finally.
See, now, I'm going to say this, and this is going to come from a coaching standpoint, because you're getting into the second half of the season, you're coming back from Christmas, and you're trying to make a push to win a championship.
Right.
I'm not so sure if I'm Coach McKnight, I'm not taking a timeout right now and ripping in to my basketball team, who's played very well first 10 minutes of the first half. You can't give up 4 offensive rebounds. That tells me you're playing against the scoreboard and you're not focused on where we're trying to get 2 months from now, 2.5 months from now.
Joe Jones.
Coleman, go to the 3, Coleman. Strong. Get the ball moving.
You know, just watching Prolific here try to execute.
8, 7.
Orangeville is finally making it tough on him.
They're competing a little bit.
Kwani, air ball, Malik Tidwell. They said the shot got off. Wow. That was interesting because I didn't think it got off before the buzzer, but I guess it did. Malik Tidwell's shot missed, but Ibrahima Diallo sticks it back in.
You know, that right there is one of those situations. If you're Orangeville's coach, it's one of those you kind of got to be maybe overzealous in harping on a referee, because your team did compete finally on the defensive end and did a good job of guarding
For 30
all the
seconds.
way down. Yeah, absolutely. And so in that situation, I may be demonstrative just to let my guys know I saw you guard. I want you to be rewarded for guarding, because we're going to try to crawl back in this thing. Not that the referee was wrong. Not saying that at all, but your guys need to see that in this situation with the score what it is.
30-10. Prolific Prep all over Orangeville. And Justice Prentice makes that second free throw. 30-11.
Well, look how big Prolific is with this lineup.
Yes. On the floor, Ibrahima Diallo, Coleman Hawkins, Namari Burnett, Kwani, and Malik Tidwell. That is a huge lineup. Burnett, offensive rebound and stick back. Burnett with 10. Stolen, Kwani. And looks like he is fouled by Shamar Rathan Mays, I believe. Yes. That is the second.
Underneath.
4 fouls on Orangeville Prep in the first half. 2 on Shamar Rathan Mays. 4:57 left in the first half.
Good outlet pass there. There's another travel.
Excuse me, that was, yes, Qual, no good. Floater from Qual, no good. Ibrahim Diallo with the rebound. Burnett missed the driving layup. Matthew Alexander Moncrief, no good.
You know, if you're Orangeville right now, I don't know if it's effort. I think it's just hard right now. The game's hard right now.
Right.
You know, you're getting to the rim, and you're just missing layups.
Matthew Alexander Moncrief ahead to Qual, no good. Joe Jones, no good. Matthew Alexander Moncrief.
Now, here's the timeout that I've been waiting on for Prolific.
Yes.
Let's see how animated and upset Coach McKnight is right here.
32-13, 4:04 left to go in the first half. This is day 2 of the 2019 Mustang Madness, live from Strawberry Hills Arena at McCracken County High School in Paducah, Kentucky. This is a grind session event brought to you by Tanager Sports.
You know, I've been a little shocked. I've been paying attention during this break to
Coach McKnight.
Yep, Coach McKnight over
and
here.
And he's been very calm.
He's been really calm. A lot calmer than I expected. In my opinion, they have been outplayed a little bit the last probably 3 minutes. I just don't think the scoreboard shows that for Orangeville. If y'all want to know what it looked like when I showed up at my prom, this is very similar.
Okay. Not bad. Not bad. Could be better. Slowly filling up.
Yep.
This side.
Curious to see what Prolific comes out and runs out of a timeout here.
Amari Burnett drives baseline, gets it out to Ibrahim Diallo, back to Burnett. He's being guarded by Qual.
Notice Prolific.
Diallo, free throw line jumper, no good. Giovanni Scott corrals the rebound. That cannot be what Billy McKnight envisioned. That was, quite frankly, a bad possession, Casey.
Right. They're playing Diallo and Karoma at the same time here.
And that's different for them.
It is.
But that's because Coleman Hawkins is in foul trouble with 3. A foul by Quani, that's his second. And so Orangeville Prep will go to the free throw line, shoot 1 and 1. At the line, shooting the bonus will be Justice Prentice. First free throw, no good for Prentice. Rebound, Ibrahim Diallo. Air ball, Amari Burnett. Offensive rebound, Alamami Karoma. His shot no good. Here comes Orangeville Prep on the attack. Down 19 with 3:10 to go in the first half. Giovanni Scott, no good. Burnett with the rebound for Prolific. Long pass ahead from Cockrell to Ibrahim Diallo. He gets hammered. Let's see who they give it to. They both got him. They gave it to Giovanni Scott, but they could have easily given it to Joe Jones.
You know, just an impressive job right there by Diallo of catching it and being able to gather and go up with it.
Yes.
Very impressive.
Diallo shooting 2, and he missed the first. Shamar Rathan Mays returns to the contest for Orangeville Prep, replacing Qual.
Well, if you can get proper pronunciation on in this game, you're going to have no trouble in the future. The next game. Or the game after that.
No, that's true. But, you know, I've seen both of these teams so much, it's pretty much second nature now. Drive there by Justice Prentice, and he's fouled. I think that was Namari Burnett got him. Yes.
See the Rock entering the building from Gainesville, Florida, getting ready for their contest next game.
First free throw is good. Justice Prentice. Jefferson Koulibaly into the contest for the first time today for Orangeville Prep. Second free throw also good.
I still think if you're Coach McKnight and you're Prolific Prep, you've been disappointed the last, in my opinion, last 4.5 minutes of this half.
Absolutely agree. They've still got a 17-point lead.
Yep.
But it doesn't feel like a blowout game anymore if we're just taking a snapshot of what we're seeing right now. Pierre Cockrell.
Great move. And if you're Orangeville, you know, you're down 19 now, but you've got something to maybe go to the locker room and at least build on.
Right.
Especially,
trade ball is good. Tyree Samuel.
I think if you can get it to 12 and you're Orangeville,
You got to be happy with that.
That's your goal. I think 12's the number. 10's a bonus, 12's a great one. Big, strong move.
Diallo, no good. Qual, blocked by Diallo.
Oh, offensive goaltending.
Offensive goaltending. And Orangeville just can't get anything to go right, Casey.
Nope. They've had chances, though. How many have they missed layup-wise?
Too many. Way too many. At
but
least
if-
a half dozen.
But if that would have went in, it's 14.
Yep.
I still think the number's 12. 10's a bonus. The number's 12. Right call. Another footwork situation.
1:30 left in the first half. Prolific and controlled, 34-18. Orangeville Prep with the basketball. That was a travel, too. They just didn't call it. And Coleman Hawkins, I think, just got his fourth. Yes, he did. Casey, enlighten me. Why in the hell did Billy McKnight put him back in?
I don't know. I don't know if maybe that's his strategy of, you know, this is how he is. Maybe he trusts him enough not to pick up number 4. I don't know. But, you know, maybe he felt comfortable with the score. But, you know, I think that's a tough roll of the dice with
Agreed.
To me, to be honest with you, if you've paid any attention to this game, they've been a lot better when he's been on the floor. I would say arguably him and Pierre are probably the 2 plus-minus guys on the plus side that have made the biggest difference when they've been on the floor.
Yes. So, needless to say, he's got to come out now.
That's right.
With 1:21 left in the first half.
So
4 fouls.
makes both of these 14. Get a stop, score, 12. It's not out of the realm of possibility here.
Not at all. Not at all. And if you are Billy McKnight, you have got to feel like you lost an opportunity to put this game out of reach.
Well, you know, that's one thing I really liked the timeout at about the 7-minute mark when they got 4 offensive rebounds and just happened to miss 4 layups, because I felt like they were doing a lot more scoreboard watching than playing the game of basketball. Little token pressure here.
Pierre Cockrell being guarded by Justice Prentice. Takes up a screen to Namari Burnett. Reverse layup, no good. Ibrahima Diallo missed the bunny. Orangeville Prep finally catches a break. They missed the layup, and then Quaney loses the rebound. And so it will be long to Orangeville Prep. 53.3 seconds left in the first half. Fresh shot clock.
Big trip right here.
Shamar Rayton Mays, the layup is good.
And now you're in a 2-for-1 situation.
You're in a 2-for-1, and they've reached your mark, Casey. They're only down 12, 34-22. And I say only because they've been down as much as 23.
That's right. That's right. No, you absolutely, if you're Orangeville and you can get a stop here, you're ecstatic. Now,
yes,
I'm not so sure with them, with Hawkins on the bench and what I've seen from the lineup, I'm going to let Quaney shoot it.
Yes.
I'm going to let Diallo shoot it.
Yes.
I'm going to shade Burton a little bit. I think that's,
okay.
am I right there? Last name Burton? Is
Burnett.
that right? Burnett. I'm going to
Burnett.
shade him a little bit. Pierre, I haven't seen shoot a three.
No.
I'm not so sure I don't come out zone. Use my length, come out zone, maybe soft press back into a zone. And that way now I've got a little bit of an idea when we go to halftime of if we play zone, here's what we can expect.
All Orangeville Prep has got to do is make some more shots. I think if they do that, they are right in this contest.
Now here's your little token pressure. Nothing major. Notice the shot clock's at 24, and they're just now getting to their offense. But you can't let him in.
Cockrell blocked by Joe Jones.
Look at this, open floor.
Qual to Tyrese Samuel, and he is fouled from behind by Quaney. And guess what? That's 3 on Quaney.
Fouls are definitely mounting up. You remember when we talked early in this game, we talked about the first 5 to 7 minutes
That's right.
being about the scouting report.
Yep.
Then it comes down to a basketball game. I think Prolific had a great scout.
Obviously.
I listened to Coach, and I heard kids talking and stuff, but now it's starting to become a basketball game. Problem Orangeville has is everything's still hard for them right now.
But if you are Orangeville Prep, you have got to feel awfully good about yourself. You're not going to be down by more than 15. Even if they give up a free throw, maybe they throw one away and then they give up a late bucket. So you're going to be down by no more than 15 heading into the second half. You got to be okay with that. 34-22.
I'm going to give you a stat at halftime that's going to blow your mind.
Tyrese Samuel missed both of those free throws.
Now look, little zone here. I think, no, why come out? Why? Oh, good job. They got one to give. Good piece of coaching there by Coach McIntyre.
Kenny Nagasui into the game. That's his first foul. Team 6th. 7.4 seconds left in the first half. Cockrell, no good. Ibrahima Diallo, he scored it. That is so disheartening if you are Orangeville Prep.
Missed 2 free throws. Missed an offensive rebound.
They score, and now if Ibrahima, who is not a good free throw shooter, let's stipulate to that. But if he makes it, you're down 15.
And you really played well down the stretch to get it to have a chance to get it to 10.
Yep.
I mean, did everything right.
They had a chance to get this thing in the single digits, Casey. All right, so Diallo missed it, and that long shot is no good. So this is going to be a very fascinating second half between Prolific Prep and Orangeville Prep. Our score, Prolific 36, Orangeville 22. And we've got 16 minutes from glory. Prolific has got to clean some things up if they want to stay in control of this basketball game, because they're still in control on the scoreboard, but the momentum is all with Orangeville right now.
So here's the stat I wanted to give you. First half from the free throw line, Orangeville Prep was, I believe, 9 for 16. 56%.
Wow.
Now think
That's
about
no way
that.
to win a game.
No way to win a game. But think about this now. Prolific's 3 of 7. Okay, so they didn't go to the line as much. But if you're Orangeville, as bad as we've played, let's just say we go 12 for 16. Well, there's 3 points off. Now we're down 11. Let's say we don't foul a guy dunking a basketball there. Now we're down 9. Feel a little different going in there at that stage. But, I know we've got a good second half ahead of us because I think Orangeville did establish some momentum going into the locker room.
Absolutely. 36-22, Prolific Prep leads Orangeville Prep. So we'll take a break, and we'll be back with about 5 minutes to go in halftime. We'll give you some stats from the first half and get you ready for the second half.
This is the grind session. And that moment is now. This is the grind session.
All right, well, second half will be coming up in a little under 5 minutes. Our halftime score is Prolific Prep 36, Orangeville Prep 22. Leading the way for Prolific Prep in the first half was Namari Burnett with 10, followed by Kwani with 7. Ibrahima Diallo and Pierre Cockrell with 6 each. Alamami Karoma with 4, and Coleman Hawkins 3. No one in double figures yet for Orangeville Prep. Tyrese Samuel with a team high 7, followed by Matthew Alexander Moncrief with 5. Joe Jones III, 4. Justice Prentice, 3. Shamar Rathan Mays, 2. And Qual 1. Neither team shooting it very well from the free throw line. Orangeville Prep, as Casey mentioned earlier, 9 out of 16. And Prolific Prep just 3 out of 7. Prolific led by as much as 23 points. But their lead has been trimmed to 14 at the half. All right, so we'll take another quick break. We'll come back in just a couple of minutes, get you ready for the second half of Prolific Prep versus Orangeville Prep.
Hey, are we doing an interview? You want to do that? You want me to do that?
Either way. All right, we've got about a minute before the second half commences. The two teams will change ends. Prolific and Champagne, trimmed in black and gray, will be going from my right to my left. Orangeville Prep in black, trimmed in red, will be going from my left to my right. And Casey, heading into the second half, Orangeville Prep has to find somebody, anybody, who is saying, hey, guys, get on my shoulders. I'm going to put the ball in the bucket.
The problem is I don't know if they're built that way. You know, watching them play yesterday, they're built to share it, throw it in, and bully you a little bit with offensive rebounds, getting it at the rim, stuff like that. I don't know if they've got that player on their team to go be that guy. But at the end of the day, make layups and free throws and give yourself a chance.
Tyrese Samuel can be that guy, and that's my nominee for who's got to step up. I've seen him do it before, but he was awful quiet in the first half. That was a quiet 7 points he scored.
It was. It wasn't. You know, I agree with you. I think he's very talented. If he walks up, makes 2 free throws, you're down 12. You know,
So
not
true.
to be critical, but you're that dude.
That's the facts. That's the facts.
Leroy, if you're going to give him credit for being that dude, then go be that dude.
He's got to earn it. You're right. 16 minutes to go. We hope you are enjoying the 2019 Mustang Madness live from Strawberry Hill Arena.
My boy, Coach Harden, just arrived. I was getting him fired up. He's got a big one in a little bit.
Yes, he
does.
does.
Got to get him fired up because ain't no one in this gym liking them.
Unfortunately, no. The people are here to see Rocket Watts and LaMelo Ball, but there will be enough time to talk about them when their time comes.
I just get excited.
I have to tell myself that because I was about to go off on a spiel. But this is Prolific Prep versus Orangeville Prep. Second half underway. Orangeville Prep on the attack. Matthew Alexander Moncrief loses it.
I really liked him throwing it in right there. Just go ahead and throw it straight to the post.
Good idea.
Say that's who we're going to be this half.
And Matthew Alexander Moncrief can get hot and put up points in a hurry. Oh, beautiful pass to Namari Burnett, and an even more beautiful pass to Ibrahim Diallo. I don't think Diallo was ready for that. Pierre Cockrell, no good. Rebound, Tyree Samuel. Shamar Rathan Mays, stray ball, and no good. Pierre Cockrell.
Great pass.
Oh, to Coleman Hawkins.
Great
He missed
pass.
it. Oh, he just blew it. Flat foot blew it. Namari Burnett, no good. Joe Jones with the rebound.
Still impressed with the one-handed no-look pass.
Matthew Alexander Moncrief.
There's your 12, 57 seconds in.
You've got to feel pretty doggone good right now, Casey, if you're Orangeville Prep.
Oh, you're extremely happy.
Coleman Hawkins with the ball. He whips it over to Namari Burnett. I thought, yep, there we go. Burnett drives left side, shot up, and good. How did he finish that shot?
Great job of taking the contact in the lower body and still having enough balance to complete the jumper. But I'm still, let me ask you this. You've seen Prolific more than I have. What is their offensive identity? What are they trying to do offensively?
I think offensively what they like to do is they go as Namari Burnett goes.
Okay.
They want him to get as many shots as possible. And he's a really funny guy, Casey. Sometimes he gets himself going with the outside shot, and then he drives, and then sometimes he sets himself up by driving and then getting the three. But he's such a tremendous shooter. They want him to get as many shots as possible, and then they're going to beat you up with Diallo. Oh, wow. Tyree Samuel called for the offensive rebound. Did they give him the bucket? No,
Nope.
Did not. Did not. But to answer your question, Casey, I believe Prolific is a team that loves to shoot the three, and they set the three up with the inside attack.
You know, I'm just trying to watch because, you know,
Joe Jones.
As a basketball coach, whatever your identity is, you want everybody in the gym, when they walk out of a game of watching you play, to know that's what they try to do or that's who they are. And while Prolific's a great basketball team or a good basketball team at this point, I'm still trying to figure out what they're exactly trying to do offensively.
And you know what? I think that's probably why we're seeing them have a difficult time scoring right now, because they're not establishing that. I think they're at their best when they're dumping that thing down in the paint, and then Ibrahima or Kwani or Karoma either makes a bucket or they get it back out.
I mean, once again, it's at 12.
Matthew Alexander Moncrief is fouled on the attempt. And who did they call that foul on? Ibrahim Diallo. That is his third.
So we got two shots coming here. Chance cuts at 10. Coach McKnight's upset about the non-goaltending call, which I completely understand on this end.
And even one of the refs, I heard him say, I understand what you're saying,
Absolutely.
Coach.
And I can appreciate that.
Matthew Alexander Moncrief, nope. Wow. The clock is not moving. No one is defending you, and you're not cutting into the deficit.
Free throws. Free throws.
And he missed them both.
Free
Joe
throws.
Jones with the offensive rebound. He kicks it out to Qual to Rathan Mays to Matthew Alexander Moncrief. And he gets it in, finally, on the offensive rebound.
Game's 10.
And now check this out, Casey. We have all of the big men in the rotation for Prolific are in foul trouble. Ibrahima Diallo, 3. Kwani, 4. Coleman Hawkins, 4.
You know, and Coach McKnight's rolling the dice. He's got 2 of them out there with 4 fouls right now.
Correct. I don't know if he just doesn't know or if he is just willing to take this chance. Because they're going to get awfully small, but Karoma has no fouls. None. So, I know that's one of his trusted guys in his rotation.
I think the problem they're running into right now is if any kind of sub where they put in Karoma, they lose a little bit of their outside ability to score it. Now everything's getting a little hard for Prolific.
My, how this game has changed. Orangeville Prep doing some dribble handoff. Downhill. Oh, what a play there by Matthew Alexander Moncrief, creating a shot for Joe Jones. It's a single-digit game, 39-31 with 12 minutes and 50 seconds left in this contest.
Single possession game. Now, you remember in the first half we talked about we wanted to see a little bit of kind of a 2-2-1 token pressure.
Right.
We're getting it now.
Yep,
and it's
we are.
giving Prolific a little bit of trouble.
Just enough trouble.
Just enough. But now one thing Orangeville's got to talk about is they have let the Burnett kid catch it in the middle and be able to go create. You got to stay in the middle a little longer. Make the top 2 make plays against you. Don't worry about trying to get a steal or a 10-second count. All you're doing is getting the shot clock down to, say, 17 before they enter into their offense. That's all you're trying to do with what they're doing.
And speaking of things getting hard for Prolific, what we're not seeing from the crew right now, they're not getting any easy points in transition. Early, they were swarming. It looked like there were 7 guys on the floor. Now, they're letting Orangeville get to their spots and get a little comfortable when they set things up. So now they're not getting in transition.
Keep in mind, it's not a scout game anymore.
Good point.
It's a basketball game.
Good point.
Here's a little zone. I like this. Notice
2-3.
Notice Diallo's out. Can't let him get
Burnett,
there.
drive.
Right call. Right call.
And he is fouled. Looks like Joe Jones. It's the 3rd foul called against Joe Jones. Team 4th of the second half. So Namari Burnett will go to the free throw line where he excels. And, you know, sometimes, Casey, all you need to do is have some things go right. It doesn't matter if it's a free throw, a layup, a dunk, or a three-pointer. You want to see the ball go through the rim just so you and all your teammates can relax and realize, oh, yeah, it's still basketball. We still know how to play this game. So those 2 free throws for Burnett are huge for Prolific. It makes it a double-digit game again, 41-31, and it lets them calm down and realize, okay, we can still do this. This is just basketball.
Well, I still think one of the bigger plays in the game, good hustle there.
Oh, Qual saves it. And they call timeout. Very smart timeout there by Qual.
Do you remember the possession in the game where Orangeville thought it was a shot clock violation and the referee said there was 1 second left, and I told you if I was coach,
right.
remember that possession?
Right.
That was the possession to me that Orangeville kind of said, you know what? Okay, we're here now.
Right.
We're
I
here.
agree.
We're done with
Absolutely.
pregame meal. We're now here.
Because that was their best defensive possession up to that point.
That's right.
That has carried over. They have been able to contain Namari Burnett. Now, he's scored 15 points, but he's been contained. He's had to work really hard for those 15 points.
But notice we just had a 50-50 ball, and Orangeville got to the 50-50 ball.
Correct. They're starting to get some offensive glass, second chance opportunities. So the difference is night and day. And really, if Orangeville didn't give up that 23-point lead early on, Prolific would be the team who's bleeding right now.
That's right. But once again here, Orangeville just score. Just score. I like you going zone, score, give your zone another chance. If you score, you're down 8.
And now Prolific goes zone. They go to a 2-3 zone.
7 on the shot clock.
Qual, tray ball, no good. Coleman Hawkins with a strong rebound. So Hawkins, Quaney, and Karoma are the front court for Prolific. Karoma with no fouls, Quaney with 4, Coleman Hawkins with 4. Pierre Cockrell, no good. Karoma picks up his first foul. Silly foul there. Just reached right over the back of Tyrese Samuel. He had no chance of getting that rebound.
Hey, here it comes.
41-31. Prolific Prep up by 10.
Little surprise, Prolific stayed zone coming out of, they did it the one trip out of the timeout. Little surprised they stayed in it.
Matthew Alexander Moncrief. Oh, wow. They missed 2 bunnies. They missed 3 bunnies. But at least they're getting offensive rebounds. But couldn't put the ball in the hole.
Bunnies, and more bunnies.
If
Looked like Quaney got poked in the eye.
Yes, he did. He drives it. Almost loses it. Out to Coleman Hawkins. Hawkins tray ball on the way off the side of the backboard. That just illustrates how out of sync Prolific really is right now.
Now let me ask this question. How can this official over here see that ball was tipped over there?
Oh, is that what he's calling it?
That's what he's calling. So the guy who's right there watching the shot doesn't see it get tipped, but this official does.
And this official actually was at an adverse angle because he was way down on the baseline. I don't know. I don't know, Casey.
I'm not a big fan of that one.
I'm not either. Hawkins' offensive score, I was about to say offensive rebound, but a little baby hook in the lane. Prolific needed that basket badly. They're up 12, Casey, and you don't normally say a team up 12 needs a basket badly, but they needed that.
They needed that one. I completely agree. Good move.
Qual in the lane.
Good move.
No good. Karoma with the rebound. Yet another missed layup for Orangeville Prep. And Pierre Cockrell makes them pay. And now Prolific Prep is starting to get some of those transition buckets they were getting earlier in the contest.
Yeah, you got to be frustrated if you're Coach McIntyre. You worked so hard to get right back in it, and then
And Casey, how many times
careless.
have we seen it happen? You expend so much energy coming back that you don't have enough left to finish the job.
Hey,
That was a good call.
cross. Hold it. Cross.
Matthew Alexander Moncrief with his first foul.
I know Coach McIntyre's upset with that, but I think that was the right call.
It was absolutely the right call from where I'm sitting, Casey. I mean, he put his head down. He barreled right into the kid. The kid was there. So I know Coach McIntyre, as a coach, wants all the calls, but I just don't see he's got 2 legs to stand on with that one. Now, Cockrell could have been called for one there.
Absolutely.
Tidwell to Coleman Hawkins. He makes up for that ugly shot. Or, well, I guess it wasn't ugly since it was tipped, right? So, okay.
That's right.
So Hawkins with a 3. We'll just leave it at that. That's his second 3 of the game. He's got 10 total.
Well, if you're Orangeville, you really need a basket here. This zone's giving.
Yes.
This zone's really giving trouble, but they're at the rim. They're getting the right shot. Just got to make it.
They just are not making them. Hawkins. Wow! Almost at the volleyball line. Nothing but cotton. Casey, that's what they call a heat check.
Shooting the ball rather well. He feels good right now.
He feels it. He feels it.
Gave us the old Johnny Manziel money, 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 money.
Yes, he did. I'd give him the ball on the next possession. See if he can keep it going. Giovanni Scott, no good. Joe Jones tried to control that rebound, couldn't get to it.
But I think, though, too, and once again, not being critical, but every year Prolific's wanting to be one of the top teams in the country, and every year they're viewed that way.
Right.
Are you still, even though the score's what it is, 22, the ball's at the rim?
Every time it seems like.
Do you disagree? I mean, the ball's at the rim.
Amari Burnett for three.
I mean, I just think you've got to be upset about that.
But the young man who just hit that shot, Amari Burnett, that's who you cannot allow to get hot. If he gets loose, it's a wrap. You'll just be trading buckets, and you're too far behind to trade buckets. Justice Prentice, no good. Rebound, Alamami Karoma. 8 minutes, 16 seconds left in the contest.
I enjoy watching Pierre play the point. His head's always up, always looking for the right pass.
He is good. I like him a lot. And he's going to make a big difference for Prolific Prep coming down the stretch. This is his first event back with them. So he's going to take a lot of pressure off Namari Burnett. Giovanni Scott, tray ball, no good. Rebound, Cockrell. Steal, produced by Shamar Rathan Mays. He lobs it to Matthew Alexander Moncrief.
Good finish.
Very good finish. Stolen, Justice Prentice.
That was a foul, a little tired.
Pierre Cockrell, that is his second.
That was a little tired foul there. Stopped the run a little bit. You know, if you're also, think about this, if you're Prolific, you've been able to dodge the foul trouble.
That's true.
No one's
Very
picked
true.
up number 5, so you've been able to dodge that. Now the zone's helped. Being able to play zone has helped that.
I think at this point, Prolific is back in total control, but Orangeville has no one to blame but themselves. They were right there, and they just couldn't complete layups, of all things.
Travel.
Let's go.
7:14 to go in the contest. Prolific up by 23, 56-33.
I think you go ahead and lay that one up.
Kwani with the steal. Coleman Hawkins into the lane. No good. Kwani. Tip dunk attempt. No good. Malik Tidwell, tray ball. No good. Matthew Alexander Moncrief comes out of there with the rebound. Long tray ball on the way. No good. Justice Prentice. Malik Tidwell comes out of there with it. Pierre Cockrell.
If you're Orangeville, you just got to keep playing. You're still trying to build on something. Whatever it is, I don't know what that something is. I think that'd be a Coach McIntyre question, but you're trying to build on something.
No three, Ali. Over here.
Travel there. You're just trying to build on something.
And I've been calling him Qual all evening, but number 0 is actually Jefferson Koulibaly. I had him down as number 10, but he's number 0. And he just picked up his second foul and the 6th foul of the second half for Orangeville Prep. Karoma, no good. Orangeville Prep with the rebound. In transition, Jefferson Koulibaly blocked. That's Ibrahima Diallo with the block.
Great
and
passing.
Diallo with the dunk off the pass from Kwani.
Great interior passing right there by Prolific.
Great unselfishness. If this were hockey, the dual assists would have gone to Pierre Cockrell and Kwani. But it's not hockey, so Kwani gets the only assist. But Cockrell got it all started. Joe Jones replies with a dunk of his own.
You know, the thing of it is you're down 25, and I understand everybody looks at it and says, you know, it's over. But truth of the matter is the shot clock does give you a chance.
That is true.
The shot clock gives you enough possessions to have a chance. Now, you've almost got to play 4 minutes and 52 seconds of perfect basketball, but it does give you a chance.
That is so true. If they cut this thing down to around 14 or 15, it's an entirely different ballgame.
The three-point line does become your friend, though, which
Yes.
is not what Orangeville loves to do.
No, that's not their strength. Shamar Rathan Mays can make the three. Tyrese Samuel can make the three, but they're not a three-point shooting team. Their best three-point shooter actually is Ben Hendricks. Kwani fouled. It's Matthew Alexander Moncrief with his second foul. And going to the line to shoot a pair, Kwani.
I think that's one thing Coach McKnight's telling him. If you give it up, you'll get it back, and you got to dunk. Versus holding on to it in a 3-on-1, you don't get it back.
Kwani makes the first. And Kwani makes both. 61-35, Prolific Prep on top with 4 minutes and 38 seconds left to go in the contest. Shamar Rathan Mays. Matthew Alexander Moncrief. Nice spin move, and he's fouled by June Poole. That's the second foul on June Poole. Team fifth. Rathan Mays wanted to pull it there. Didn't get it off. Joe Jones.
Got a chance to get it to 23 here.
Foul on Ibrahima Diallo, his fourth. Joe Jones has had a strong second half with 10 points now. He's got 14 on the contest.
Great cut.
I couldn't see a thing. Ref was
Great
right
cut.
in my way.
Pierre made a nice cut off the diagonal cut on the backside. Missed the layup, but Diallo was there to clean it up.
63-38. Joe Jones. Second shot is the charm. Tyrese Samuel actually sticks that one in.
Good idea.
Lob attempt for Diallo. I'm in agreement, Casey. Good idea. Oh, my goodness.
Oh
Matthew
my.
Alexander Moncrief.
Oh, my. Oh, my. Oh, my.
And the foul
Oh, my.
committed by Ibrahima Diallo. It's his fifth.
You know, you may lose the game, but you're going to get a poster.
Yes, indeed. It reminds me of a dunk from Washington, D.C. by Giovanni Scott of Orangeville in the game I was telling you about earlier. He went up and he truly posterized the kid. And it was to the point where none of us could contain ourselves. Myself, Jesse, coaches, fans. So we all agreed on the spot. Giovanni Scott had to be the player of the game no matter what else happened from that point forward.
Jesse's over here smiling ear to ear. She loves a good dunk.
Yes. That was very reminiscent of the Giovanni Scott dunk. 63-43, 3:27 left to go. Casey, in basketball terms, that's an eternity.
It is. It is.
A lot can happen.
The game's 20, but like we said, if you're Orangeville, you're just trying to build on something that you can go back to the hotel and talk about and feel like, okay, guys, it wasn't our best game at shooting layups. It wasn't our best game from the free throw line, but here's what we did do well.
And that Matthew Alexander Moncrief dunk, over Ibrahima Diallo, that's something to build on.
I mean, let's be honest, with today's player and today's athlete, they just showed a replay. But with today's athlete, the loss will be over after they eat post-game meal, maybe beforehand.
Yep.
And they'll all be looking on YouTube to see what the dunk looked like.
Exactly.
I don't know if you've noticed, Leroy, I just looked behind me, and it's filled to the rafters.
Sure is.
I haven't.
Oh, my goodness.
It's filled to the rafters.
And it's very close on the other side over there. This will definitely be standing room only, no question. Do you know how many this arena seats, Jesse? 1,800 would be my guess. Yeah. I'm going to guess 1,800, maybe 2,000.
I'm going to say it's probably a 3,000-seat arena.
You think?
I think so. 2,500 to 3,000-seat arena.
Oh, that's right, because you've got both bullpens.
You got both bullpens, and then you've got,
We'll have to find out, but whatever capacity is, we're going to be right at capacity. Oh, wow. Terry Armstrong. Hey, Jesse, you see the grind session logo right where I'm pointing? Come down about 6 rows, you'll see Terry Armstrong.
Here we go. Coach McKnight over here really trying to coach situational basketball.
Prolific has to close this one out. It's not going to close itself out. They've got to play better than they have over the last few minutes. And Pierre Cockrell wanted a foul. Not going to get it. Lob, and the basket is good. Matthew Alexander Moncrief. It's an 18-point game. Stranger things have happened. Coleman Hawkins, blocked. Oh, wow. Oh, that was close.
That was close.
I thought it was clean. Second foul on Tyree Samuel, team 8th. And he missed the first one. Casey, they say ball don't lie.
Ball don't lie. Ball don't lie, BDL.
I just thought that shot block was clean. I really did. All right, Hawkins makes 1 out of 2, and it's a 19-point lead for Prolific Prep, 64-45. 2 minutes, 36 seconds left in the contest. Still plenty of time for Orangeville to make things interesting.
That helps.
And Trey ball is good. Justice Prentice.
16. I just think even though Prolific's, up 16 and there's been some good things happen, I think when they go back and watch the film defensively, they're going to see the ball was at the rim an awful lot.
Way too much.
Way too much to win to win a world championship.
Right. Absolutely. But I do think the reintroduction of Pierre Cockrell into the lineup has been very, very helpful for Prolific.
I agree. I think he has definitely been a calming factor on the offensive end. Definitely helped with ball movement probably as much as anything.
Yep.
Hands down, ball movement.
.226 left in the contest. Prolific Prep in control, 64-48. It's interesting they ended that
finish.
With finish, exactly.
Yep. And I think when they go back and watch the tape, they're going to see they didn't do probably a great job of that.
Yep. Unless in the next 2:26 they show us something.
That's right.
Burnett, and yeah, he's fouled.
1-1.
Jefferson Koulibaly, his third, team ninth. And Namari Burnett will go to the line, shooting 1-1. Burnett makes the first. 65-48. 66-48. Burnett makes both.
No fouls. Drop.
So it was a 2-2-1 press, and they fall back into a 2-3 zone. Raythan Mays, wow, there was a lot of contact on that. Now, Maury Burnett missed the dunk. Coleman Hawkins smartly just hangs on to it. He kicks it back out to Burnett. It would not have made me sad to see them set some offense up.
Remember we talked about finish, though. Missed dunked. Finishing the game the right way.
And some questionable decisions.
That's right.
I know Burnett wants to score. That's what his DNA tells him to do. But why not take 30 more seconds off the clock? Justice Prentice with the tray ball. Almost stolen there by Tyrese Samuel. 68-51, a minute 33 seconds left in the contest. Casey, somehow it doesn't feel like a 17-point game to me.
No, I agree.
Stolen, Tyrese Samuel.
Finish.
Coleman Hawkins with his fifth foul. Team eighth. And so 1-1 coming up for Tyrese Samuel, who's been very quiet. Samuel now has 10, makes the first end of that 1-1.
You take it out. Eve, you're all the way down.
And Samuel makes both. It's a 15-point game, 68-53.
You got to applaud Orangeville for continuing to compete. I don't like fouling there. I think you just need to sit down and guard and let the chips fall where they may.
And I don't think Raythan Mays meant to foul, but he did, nevertheless. Because there was a foul right in front of us that the refs didn't call, and then he got him again when they got over there near the jump circle, and they got him for that one. And Cockrell misses the first.
Coach McKnight may have them all right finish on a piece of notebook paper and put it under their pillow tonight.
He just might. If this game had 4 minutes left instead of a minute and a half, it could get interesting.
I agree.
Man up. Travel.
Shot no good from Tyrese Samuel. Kwani with the rebound, and now we've got a foul on Tyrese Samuel, his third. Prolific Prep already in the double bonus.
No threes. 42-21.
69-53. Prolific Prep up by 16. 70-53. Cockrell makes the first.
I hear the coaching staff from Orangeville urging them to get to the free throw line. Drive it to the rim, Get to the free throw line.
Alexander Moncrief blocked by Ibrahim Diallo, stolen by Terry Samuel. And he is fouled, looks like by Namari Burnett. Yes, Burnett called for his second foul. All right, so Terry Samuel will go to the line, shooting 1 and 1. Makes the first. Shamar Rathan-Mays, offensive rebound. Tray ball is good. Jefferson Koulibaly.
That word finish, finish, finish.
It's a 13-point game.
Play.
You know what, Casey? With 42.9 seconds left, that's still a lot of time left on this clock. Jefferson Koulibaly with his fourth foul. Let's say Burnett misses the front end of this 1 and 1 and Orangeville comes back with a tray. It's a 10-point game. Now, that's not going to happen because Burnett makes the front end.
Well, I think, Orangeville.
Excuse me. Oh, and it's a double bonus.
That's right. But Orangeville, in the first half, didn't end it very good.
No.
And then they went on that stretch where they had it to 10, and they went turnover, turnover. Prolific goes make, and that put them in where they're at now. But, I mean, we've turned, if you're Prolific, you're going to go home and you're going to say, guys, we turned a 20-point win into a 13, 14-point basketball game.
Very true. All right, so both teams in the double bonus. Matthew Alexander Moncrief to the line for Orangeville, makes the first.
Do your job. Do your job.
(72-58). Kwani with the one-hand rebound. And he is fouled. Koulibaly called for his fifth foul.
Though, Orangeville's still competing. They're still trying to do some different stuff. So you got to be proud of that.
(72-58). Prolific Prep. 73-58. Shamar Rathan-Mays, shot no good.
Hawkins
and
picks
Coleman
up his
Hallmans gets his sixth.
That's 6.
That is 6. But considering he had 4 in the first half, he actually did all right.
Well, them being able to play zone really, really helped.
So the debate has begun. We really have a debate this time, Casey. Player of the game. I kind of like Ibrahim Diallo for player of the game myself.
I just received word the gym will hold 3,500.
Really?
Yep.
Wow. Okay.
Coach McKnight's really, really upset about his team just not finishing.
And you cannot blame him. You really can't. (73-60) with 27 seconds left.
not Burnett. Burnett.
Yeah, one or the other. Yeah. How many assists has Burnett got? 1, 2 assists? How many rebounds? Steals.
LeBron James just got to the gym. Our listeners are hoping they'll move the camera angle right now. LeBron fresh off his growing injury.
Lee Titwell to the line, shooting a pair of free throws for Prolific. He makes the first. That's his first point of the game.
You know, Coach McKnight was as probably animated as he'll get that last time out. I think he was finally at his wit's end.
Koulibaly, no good. Shamar Rathamaze with the offensive rebound, up and in. 74-62. It's a 12-point game.
Just
Burnett,
hold it, don't foul.
And Matthew Alexander Moncrief. Wow, the fans are howling with derision over that one. And, you know, Casey, I mean, I think he's just playing hard basketball. I don't think he meant to foul. It just kind of happened.
I think they're booing the official for calling it.
But he had to.
But Orangeville's coach is upset at him at calling it. But I didn't see him over there yelling, don't foul, don't foul, don't foul, so the referee knows. I mean, you fouled all the way to this point in a situation that's not much different than now.
Very true.
So, I mean, I understand both sides of the equation there.
Rathan Mays' three is good. So that'll end it. Findlay Prep 76, Orangeville Prep 65. So we gave Jesse Brewer a couple of nominees for player of the game. Surprise us. Surprise us. We'll let her have the final vote.
Absolutely.
We nominated Ibrahima Diallo and Namari Burnett. And Namari Burnett was chosen as the player of the game. And so we'll bring Namari Burnett over. So, Namari, congratulations on the player of the game selection. What was going through your mind at the end of the game? You had a 23-point lead at one point. It kept dwindling away. Coach McKnight is telling you finish. But these guys just didn't quit.
They was a great team, aggressive team. They played great defense. And, you know, we can never let our foot up the gas pedal. And that's what we did. But, you know, once we stay on it, we'd be good. We'd be straight.
So, Mustang Madness, everybody's coming in for the next game.
Yeah.
How excited are you to get a chance to see Spire Academy out here for the next game?
This is my first time seeing LaMelo Ball play, and actually this whole team play. So this should be good. And we play them later on in the season. So, you know, we got to key in and scout them. And the team they play also, we play them tomorrow. So we got to stay and watch this game.
You took the words out of my mouth. You're going to be scouting the game, huh?
Yes, sir.
All right. Well, we'll let you enjoy that. Congratulations again, Namari.
Thank you.
All right. Namari Burnett, player of the game. Prolific Prep 76, Orangeville Prep 65.